All right, so if you're like me and you've ever thought about starting a YouTube channel and maybe you're on the fence or you've just been thinking about it for a while, but you feel like you're not quite ready, you're not quite prepared to pull the trigger, you still want to get some things lined up and some things in place before you go ahead and start. This video is for you and me. This is for both of us because today I want to talk about why I'm sort of starting over, if you will, on YouTube over the age of 40. I'll give you 5 reasons why I'm doing that, why I've decided to start doing that right at this point in my life. And I'll talk a little bit about the past of this particular channel because I do have some subscribers and stuff. So if you're seeing this and you're a subscriber, thank you. I am going to change the direction of my channel just a little bit, but I kind of wanted to just take this opportunity to talk about the 5 reasons why I'm sort of starting over on YouTube and look forward to making more videos and taking YouTube a little bit more seriously going forward here in the future. So a brief history before I get into the top 5 points would be I started this YouTube channel way back in probably, I don't know, it was probably around 2014, 2015. And at the time, so it's almost been like 10 years ago, I was learning, even though I had been a front-end developer for a few years, I was learning more about WordPress. And so as I was learning things, I was sharing them online. And I decided to make some tutorial videos. And one of them actually kind of ended up getting a lot of traction and a lot of views. It even ranked for some pretty popular search terms in Google and got a lot of traffic and a lot of views. And so that kind of propelled the start of that YouTube channel. I didn't really take it very seriously. And then during the pandemic, I tried to start to revive it a little bit through making some more tutorial videos on some more things I was learning about WordPress and just really learning the ins and outs of it from a developer standpoint. And that eventually took me into what I'm doing full-time right now as I work professionally as a developer, mostly doing WordPress development. I do other landing pages and things like that. And yeah, this is what I do full-time. It's what I do for a living. And it's pretty cool to see how some very small things and small actions that you take in life can lead you down different paths, especially when you share those with other people. And so that leads me into the first of my first 5 reasons why I'm sort of starting this YouTube channel over, or sort of reviving it, if you will. And the first one is just opportunity. You know, when I first started this channel, I was in a spot where I had a pretty good job. I was just headed down a path where I kind of wasn't really thrilled about the type of stuff I was working on. But also I was making pretty decent money and life was okay. But then the pandemic hit, and that was a big point where I think I was not alone and a lot of people got laid off at that point. I was a contractor working for a pretty large company. A lot of contractors at that point got laid off and things got really shaken up. And it was an inflection point in my career where I was like, well, if I do continue being a developer, what do I really want to work on? What do I really enjoy doing? And for me, it's always been building websites. I decided to sort of try to revive the channel a little bit and make some more tutorials specifically about WordPress. And the opportunities that came from that were actually pretty amazing. Even though I had been unemployed for a little bit, I ended up landing a job largely in part to I showcased both the YouTube channel, my blog at the time. It's kind of like a way to basically showcase your skills and showcase what you know. And that's sort of reason number 1 why I decided to revive this channel, was to create more opportunities, because knowing what I know now and how I've grown in my career over the past 4 years, I've learned a lot. And I've really grown not only just as a developer, but tangential skills in marketing and things like that I've picked up. And, that sharing those things can really create a lot of opportunities. And at some point I might want to, go solo and start my own business. It's kind of been in the back of my mind for a while. And I think that in today's day and age, if you want to create opportunity, you have to share what you know. You have to get out there and be known. You can't just hide and just do your job and update your resume and expect a lot of things to come your way. You really have to get in front of people and share what you know. And so that's reason number 1 is opportunity. Number 2 would be simply sort of networking and connections. I feel like, I don't know about anyone else out there, but I feel like ever since the pandemic, things have really changed in terms of networking and how you connect with other people. And while certainly you can do that through other social media channels, I've found that it's easier to connect with people on YouTube for whatever reason. I feel like you get more genuine, passionate people who are video creators than you do necessarily on other platforms like LinkedIn or Instagram or Facebook, even though they all have their purposes, and plenty of people have done well on those platforms with whatever they want to do, just sharing photos with friends, sharing memories, making business connections, getting new opportunities, stuff like that. But I think for me, YouTube just seems like the place that fits my personality the best. It seems to be a place where you can really connect with other people in really cool and interesting ways and create, real connections. So I think number 2 would really be about the connection portion of it. Number 3 is really just scratching a creative itch. I haven't done really much video production or anything at all in my life, and I don't really plan on this channel being too high production or anything like that. In the past, have enjoyed trying to do a little more production work with like my tutorial videos when I record my screen and try to do like some animation things, highlight different things, point certain things out when I'm doing those types of tutorials. I want to help people who maybe want to go out on their own solo. They want to build their own business for themselves, but they're not as technically capable. How they can get stuff up off the ground and running, show off different platforms, different ways of building your websites, or different ways of doing like email marketing or integrations with booking things, or, there's a lot of different ways I could take the channel in terms of like giving technical tutorials, but I want it to be more high level and help people who maybe aren't necessarily, super technical themselves, but want to do their own thing and know they probably should have like a website and different ways to capture emails to promote their whatever it is that they're doing online. So scratching my own creative itch in terms of creating videos, and whether they're technical or they're just inspirational ones like this. The 4th reason is really about giving back. I've actually learned a lot on YouTube. I want to give back more because I feel like, I have a decent amount of knowledge under my belt at my age, and I have a lot of experience and perspective to share. Of course, I'm not super old, but I'm not super young anymore either. I'm at that middle point in life where I feel like I can definitely share and give back to people and share my perspectives, my experiences, my skills, my knowledge. And, I feel like giving back it not only does it feel good when other people, you help them achieve something, it's just like this great reciprocal of, it ends up making you feel better and them feel better. And it's like a win-win for everyone. There's a few channels I've watched lately of people who sort of are more in the educational space of getting started on YouTube, and I've learned a lot from them. And almost in the same breath, I've also just been inspired by them because they're pulling the camera out just like I am right now, getting out in front of people, not being afraid to just pull the trigger and share their experiences, share their life lessons, and help others. And I think that is really something I've really wanting to, get started and do. So, I'm looking forward to sticking to this, trying to make 2 to 3 videos a week and helping people out. My goal is to really record throughout the week and then do my video editing and stuff on the weekends, and then get them batched and ready. That's kind of my sort of approach to how I'm going to do this. We'll see how the types of videos I make flesh out, what people really gravitate towards, what they really like and enjoy. But that's kind of my focus at the start, is to make 2 to 3 videos a week and give back. Final 5th reason is really just for purpose. I've been through some struggles, some personal struggles, and there have been some amazing people in my life that have helped me through this time in my life. And I feel like I'm finally starting to sort of come out of things. I'm getting help that I need, and I've, am so grateful for that. But I've also felt like I kind of need more of a purpose in my life. And I just feel like this is the perfect vehicle to start creating videos and share and give back to other people while I'm creating connections, while I'm scratching my own creative itch, while I'm giving back to people, and while I'm, finding opportunity. It's also really just that fifth element of purpose, right? We all need purpose. I think it's really easy to get lost in life and what are you doing with your life kind of a thing. And maybe it's like a middle-age crisis kind of a thing for me, but I feel like creating videos and stuff can really kind of maybe give me purpose. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to continuing to put content out there and help other people in ways that I can. We'll see where this whole adventure takes us, but yeah, this is just me finally getting over that hump that everyone talks about, where it's like you're never going to feel ready to pull the trigger on your first video, right? What do? Do you script it out? Do you write it? I actually just wrote down 5 bullet points of what I want to do with reviving this channel and just decided to riff on them and share with everyone. So if any of this was valuable to you at all, and if you are looking to maybe follow along in my journey, or you're looking to start your own YouTube channel, or you already have a YouTube channel, let me know, like, what are the reasons why you are creating or thinking about creating videos and a YouTube channel, and let me know if any of the things I talked about resonated with you. I'd love to see some comments in the comment section to let me know, but otherwise, I'll call this a video number 1 of the revival of the channel, and looking forward to making many more in the future.